Coming up on MCTV this week, MC students are getting a lesson in Islam, and a local priest was put on the spot. This week starts now. Hello and welcome to MCTV This Week. For Tori Philbin, I'm Cameron Lyon. The college and Buchanan Center for Arts have secured a grant for a collection of books in the library about the life and culture of Muslims. Islam is a religion, tradition, and field of study that nearly a quarter of the world's population practices, but most of them don't live in Monmouth. As a result, most in Monmouth don't know much about it. The grant for the Muslim Journeys bookshelf features 25 books, 3 films, and other resources provided by the National Endowment for the Humanities. Last Thursday, to promote the bookshelf, Dr. Hannah Shell went through different facets of Muslim beliefs in a program called Islam 101. Shell was joined by a panel of Muslim faculty who supplemented with their own experiences living as a Muslim.
You know, it's both important for them to know about this, one of the largest religious tradition in the world, just as an academic kind of interest, but also I think our students, once they graduate from here, wherever they go, live, work, they're going to have fellow Muslim workers, neighbors, friends, and so I think it's important for our students to be exposed to it, and I hope that in future we actually do recruit more Muslim American students at Monmouth too.
The next event in the Muslim Journey series will be Islam, an Old American Religion, at 7 p.m. on February 11th in the Barnes Electronic Classroom.
Last Thursday, Monmouth welcomed local priests to campus for a special question and answer session.
Monmouth College students engaged in deep conversation while attending a new event called Stump the Priest, which was held in the Tartan Room in the lower level of Stockdale Center. Students were able to ask challenging questions in a safe environment, whether it be about controversial issues such as divorce or topics related to religion. Father Timothy Hepner explains why this event is important, especially for college students.
You know, people say, oh, should I question my faith? Well, you shouldn't unnecessarily doubt your faith, but you should ask questions of it. You know, you should, because we're made with an intellect. You know, we're made to be able to seek and to probe and to say, as the Bible says, test the spirits, you know.
I thought that we had a good enough turnout tonight. I thought it was great that people got to ask whatever they wanted. It was kind of no holds barred, you know, and that people could, you know, ask tough questions and not be afraid of being judged in any way for doing so.
If you would like to seek answers to your tough questions or would like to learn more about discovering your faith, you can visit the Newman Center located on the corner of 6th and Detroit. You can also contact Reverend Terry Ott.
Taking a look at some events on campus this week. Friday night, newly formed improv group Improvagasm has its debut show free to all in the Witt Theater. Sunday night is Umoja Movie Night, where they'll be watching part of the Black in America documentary series. And Great Decisions will be discussing NATO. If interested, meet in the Highlander Room, 7:30, Tuesday night.
Coming up in sports after the break. Monmouth women's hoops back in mid-season form.
Here at Monmouth College, we've discovered many students not throwing away their trash properly. To fix this problem, we've sent a man to go undercover to give the students a little scare. His name is the Literator. If you are here at Monmouth College, be sure to throw your trash away and use the recycle bins. If not, we will send the Literator on you, and he will find you.
Entering play last Saturday, Monmouth women's hoops had lost 3 of 5 after a 10-0 school record start to begin the season. Leading by 6 at the half, Zipporah Williams increased the Monmouth lead off a nice dish inside by Marla Willard. Scots up 8, 32 24. However, over the next 5 minutes, a 19-10 Beloit run gave the Bucks the lead, capped off by that Megan McCabe layup. Beloit up 43-42. The lead would change hands 8 times in the next 5 minutes before Kaylee Corbin would knock down that three-pointer. And then moments later, get a steal in the backcourt. Take it all the way to the basket for an easy layup. Corbin's 5-point surge put the Scots on top, 61-53 with 7 minutes to go. On their ensuing possession, the Scots would again turn defense into offense when Colleen Forrest is the beneficiary of this outlet pass and hits this three in transition. Monmouth suddenly up 11. Up 13 with 3 minutes to go. It's Forrest again, pure from distance to put the game out of reach. The Scots hold on to win 76-65, pulling into a tie for second in the conference with their 8th conference win.
Responded. I think that after they took the lead on us, we finally started executing a good, balanced, team-oriented offense. We moved the ball quickly and executed for a lot of good, high percentage shots.
After the ladies captured the victory, it was the men's turn to take on the Buccaneers. The Scots were strong out of the gates. This Chad Thompson three-ball put Monmouth up 13-4 7 minutes in. However, the story of this ball game would be told after halftime. With 3 minutes to go, Wes Dukeman, the ball down low, spins on his defender and scores off glass, giving the Scots a 52-51 edge. After some Beloit free throws, Dukeman had a chance to win it at the buzzer, but this tip-in goes awry, sending the game to overtime at 55. With 90 seconds left in overtime, Mike DeDecker beats his defender off the dribble, and he'll score it off glass, putting MC up 63-61. Beloit would tie the game on their next possession, forcing double overtime. Fast forward to the 1 minute mark of double overtime, with the Scots down 6. Chad Thompson misses the three, but gets his own offensive rebound before traveling on his way to the basket, knocking over a defender in the process. And 7 Beloit free throws in the final period proved to be the difference. The Scots fall 74-67.
This game for missed opportunities because we could have converted some plays, but you can't always bank on that. But our failure to execute down the stretch in some key situations was disappointing.
The following Wednesday, the women won at Grinnell 73-55, while the men fell to the Pioneers 93-67. Then last Saturday, both teams hosted Lawrence at Glennie Gymnasium. The Scots welcomed Lawrence to town on Saturday looking for their 3rd consecutive conference win. Monmouth came out guns a-blazing. This Paige Norwood jumper was the 5th triple by the Scots in the first 4.5 minutes. By the time the barrage was over, the Scots held a 36-4 lead just 12 minutes in, all but putting the game away. The Scots hit the half-century mark by halftime, leading 50-16. Things got even uglier in the second half for the Vikings. Here, Kathleen Forrest jumps the passing lane, goes coast to coast for the easy layup, giving Monmouth a commanding 50-point advantage. The Scots would go on to win 85-37, moving into a tie for second in the MWC.
It was a great start. We came out, we made our threes, and it just wasn't one person. Everyone came out and ran our offense, what we had practiced throughout the week, so it was really good to see everyone on the same page. It was just great.
Moments after the women left the court, the men took the floor looking to avoid 5 consecutive home losses. Down 6 at the break, Lawrence increased the lead to 9 to open the second half before the Scots turned up the pace. Andrew Matheson spins and scores off glass on his defender to pull the home team within 2, 53-51. But Matheson wasn't done there. 2 possessions later, the freshman turns the Bucks over for a thunderous flush. Scots down 1 with 10 minutes to go. But the Scots would get no closer the rest of the ball game. 3 minutes later, this Wes Dukeman bucket pulled Monmouth within 4. 7 minutes to go. He's the beneficiary of an entry feed down low from DeDecker. Beloit would end the game on a 24-14 blitz to seal the 87-73 victory.
Well, Women's is a good team. They shot the ball pretty well today, and we had a game plan coming in to try and stop them from going to some of the things that they've done successfully all year. And defensively, we really struggled tonight. So there were some bright spots for us. Offensively, we did some things well in the second half, but we need to play 40 minutes and not just 20. So.
Last night, both teams traveled down to Jacksonville to take on Illinois College at the Bruner Center. The women emerged victorious 86-45, and the men won by 3, 77-74, their fourth straight win over the Blue Boys. Both teams will host Ripon on Saturday. The women's tip is at 1 o'clock, and the men's tip scheduled for 3 p.m. from Glennie Gymnasium. Also today, it was officially announced that next year, both Monmouth College men's and women's water polo programs will become at the varsity level. That's been a look at sports. Here are your scores for this week. That's MCTV This Week. I'm Kyle McEwen.
And I'm Tori Philbin. Be sure to tune in next Wednesday for a new edition of MCTV.
And I'm Cameron Line. Remember that you can find us on the web 24 hours a day at monmouthcollege.edu/MCTV. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week.